So with the 4-year anniversary merely days away, I think it is time that I bring up a issue that Dragon Ball Legends has had for about 2 entire years now. And that is the fact that they completely forgot about Shallot. I have mentioned this in the past, but I'm gonna be honest with you, one of my biggest hopes for the 4-year anniversary is that they remember that Shallot exists. Like, it doesn't even have to be a new form, right? Because his forms are tied to the story. So if the story is not at a point where he can get a new form, then don't give him a new form. But the bastard's been stuck at 7 stars and Super Saiyan God since the 2-year anniversary. It has actually been 2 entire years since literally anything at all happened to Shallot. He's gotten literally nothing. No stars, no forms, nothing. Zip, nada. Not even his own brand new move. Like he has access to all of these, other unit super attacks, but he only has one super himself. Why not give him at least one other super? Shit. Give him a form that lets him have an ultimate. I don't know. Do something with the fucker. He's literally the centerpiece of your game. He's the reason your game exists because that's what the story is built around. The game is built around Shallot. You plaster his face on all this bullshit, but you haven't done anything with him in 2 entire years. Do something with my man Shallot, bruh. He deserves a buff. He deserves something. Hell, if you're not going to give him anything new, buff up his Super Saiyan 1 and 2 forms, man. My god, because those things were bad when they first came out. At least 3 and God had some time under the sun, man. Super Saiyan 1 and 2 were just awful, even back then. Just do something. Just anything at all. Fucking Christ, man. It's so actually, confusing how we've yet to get even a single star on Shallot in 2 years. Oh my god. And the thing is, they used to consistently buff Shallot. We would get a new Shallot form once every 6 months or something. Which isn't exactly great, but this game is gonna last a while. If he was getting a new form every, month and a half, he'd be through 17 forms by now. So maybe it's a good idea that they space it out so much, but I'm willing to wait 6 months for a Shallot form, but not 2 years. We shouldn't be waiting 2 entire years for something to happen to Shallot. He needs a buff. And most people are going to be like, why do I even care about Shallot? And that's the exact reason why something needs to happen to him, because you should care about Shallot. Shallot should be a unit you give a shit about. But so if you don't, I don't know what that sentence was. So if you don't, that's part of the problem. That is 100% part of the problem. You don't care because Bandai has done nothing to make you care. They need to do something to make you give a shit about Shallot. Number 1 priority is buff his base form. Fuck, man. The reason why Shallot constantly falls off is because he's entirely useless for the first 10 counts of a fight. He's straight up a liability until he can transform. You can't bring him in on cover cut because he'll just die, and even bringing him in mid combo is risky unless you use the blast card last so you can actually fucking transform. It's just, his base form sucks. His base form needs a buff. You need to get some stars on him, and at this point he needs a new form. He's been stuck at God for 2 entire fucking years. He needs something. Buff my nigga Shallot. Give Kagi some new voice lines. Give him a new move. Give him his own move. A new one, not just Wild Cannon. Give him a new super that's just for him. Also, give him an ultimate with his next transformation. For no other reason than I would just like to see him have one, and maybe he can also take other people's ultimates when using that form, which would be cool. Obviously, you probably won't get the LFs, but realistically, he could still take the LFs just without the legendary finish part. He would just have the non-legendary finish animation. I think it'd still be pretty cool. I don't know. Whatever, man. Fucking buff Shallot.